Hello everyone, my name is Atram, and today I'm going to be going through the process of running a deck I brewed up in an 8-man. So the deck that I brewed up, I call it Jund Devotion. It's a standard deck, and basically what it is it's based on a mono black devotion, and then I basically took cards, and I decided to make certain that every card in the deck, aside from a few sideboard cards, has black in it. So, as you can see, like we have our red-black cards for the deck, which in this case are a total of 8 red-black cards in the main deck, and the entire deck actually. There's 3 Dreadbores, 3 Mogus, God of Slaughter, because I just wanted to try him out and see how good he'd do, and 3 Rakdos Return, because that card is just great. Now, as for the black-green cards, I also have 8 main board black-green cards, which is more of a coincidence than anything. But the 8 black-green cards are 2 Abrupt Decays, 4 Reaper of the Wilds, and 2 Vraska, the Unseen. Then we also have all of our nice heavy mono black cards, which are our 4 Thoughtseize, our 4 Pack Rats, our 4 Underworld Connections, our 4 Grey Merchants, and 3 Heroes Downfalls. Now, I would have run 4, but I decided to make 1 cut for there towards the Dreadbore. Keep a nice even 3-3 split. The removal for our deck is actually pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. We have the 3 Dreadbores, the 3 Abrupt Decays, 3 Downfalls, and Vraska is also a pretty good piece of removal, so there's actually a grand total of 10 solid pieces of removal. Mogus is kind of a pseudo removal because it's either they take damage or they remove a creature. So I'm hesitant to call him an actual removal spell. Now, the sideboard for the deck is pretty good, I think. I don't know, we'll see. We have 2 Pithing Needles just to deal with any threat that I can't normally deal with in the deck. We have our Anti-Control, which is 3 Duress, 3 Mistcutters, and I probably bring in the Pithing Needles against them. Against our aggro decks and our green-white decks, we're going to bring in Lifebane Zombie, and we'll bring in the Abrupt Decays, and it looks like my 8-man has started. Okay, so we look at this opening hand. We're going to be on the draw by the looks of it. This hand is rather slow, but with the 3 Temples, I'm feeling like I might be willing to try this, especially being on the draw. So I'm not going to mulligan. And let's see, we're playing Mike V1919, and he is started off with a Temple of Enlightenment. So he's on a blue-white based deck. Let's see what we get here. Okay, an Overgrown too. I'm going to start myself off with the Temple of Malice, just to kind of help get towards stuff. Okay, we have the choice of either putting Mutavault on top or on bottom. I think I'm going to put it on top because I can use it to apply pressure against him if he's a control deck, which may be the right call, but I can't quite say. Alright, so there's an island. So he's either blue-white control or like a blue-white devotion, but I think he'd play something on turn 2 if he was a blue-white devotion, so I'm going to peg him for a control deck right now. At which point, I'm going to start by just running out the Mutavault so that way I can get that thing online as early as possible versus him. Alright, let's see what he does on turn 3 here. And this will help me figure things out. Yeah, I'm pretty certain he's just a solid blue-white control from this. So what we're going to do is we are just going to start beating him down with Mutavault if possible. This might be walking right into our last breath. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Doesn't look like it, so we'll smack him around with the Mutavault a bit. And then we will play a Temple of Abandon this time. Help get my mana all nice and fixed. Yeah, I'm going to keep that Thoughtseize on top because that'll be pretty good versus him, I think. Let's see what he does here. So probably a Jace now would be my guess. Yep, there's the Jace Architect Thought. Okay, and a +1. Seems reasonable from him. I will go ahead and play the Temple of Malice here. We're gonna keep the Reaper on top here and hit him with a Thoughtseize. Okay, so we have Elspeth, Verdict, Syncopate, another Jace. So I'm gonna grab the Elspeth because that's the. Maybe I grab the Syncopate because I can just dome the Elspeth with the Rakdos return. Or the Vraska. The counter spell is probably the thing I want to take. I'm not too worried about the Supreme Verdict. If he blows up a creature or two, that's no big deal. Elspeth just does get out of hand, though. I'm going to get rid of the Elspeth. Keep myself going here. Okay, so he had an island, another Jace, a Syncopate, and a Verdict. So he has those 4 cards. And then I'm going to beat up this Jace here for a little bit. Only a little bit, but it's still something. Keep him going. Keep him on the downswing. Alright. Now let's see what our opponent chooses to play here. Okay, so he's played an island, so we got the island out of the way. And he's minusing Jace. So let's see what he gets off of that. I'll give him the lands of the Celestial Flare. Probably take the... Yeah, he took the Flare. Okay, so he took the Flare. So we'll have to be careful about that card. So we know he has the Syncopate. So I'm debating just running out something that's going to make him want to Syncopate right now. I don't want to swing the Mutavault into the Flare, because that does me no good. So what I'm going to do... We're going to see if we can get him to use his Syncopate on our Reaper of the Wilds here. Yep, that'll be the Syncopate coming down. So that's fine, I wanted to get rid of the Syncopate anyways. So, sure, it's Syncopated. No big deal. Okay, so we'll just stick that over in the corner there. And he's choosing to get rid of the Jace. I will do the Dissolve or the Syncopate Divination. He's going to take a Syncopate Divination. So, Synco Div. The div just got used up. So now I know that he has Jace, Verdict, Flare, and Syncopate, and a bunch of other cards which I have no clue about right this second. And we drew one of those. I'm actually debating whether or not I just Rakdos him for 2, but I don't think that's the right call at this second. I think I'm just going to play another Reaper of the Wilds, because he can't counter that this turn. Okay, and that way I have some board presence. And I can also use the Mutavault now to play around the Celestial Flare. And what's he gonna do here? He's just gonna Verdict to get rid of the Reaper. That's fine by me. And he's keeping up Syncopate for 2 right now. So let's go ahead and do this. If I activate that, I can do that. Okay. I am going to not shock myself, and I'm just going to see if we can just waste his Syncopate here. We're gonna waste a Syncopate of his if I can. May not be the right call. We'll just see if he'll use up that Syncopate, get it out of the way for us. Get rid of that Syncopate. That's fine. We want the Syncopate out of the way. So he still has a Jace and a oh no, he used up that Verdict. So he's down to just... The only card in his hand now that I know is going to be the Flare. So let's see what he's got. Either the Verdict or the D-Sphere. Let's see here. I'm wondering if I can get him to pick the Verdict if I just separate out the Verdict and pretend like that's the card I'm more worried about. Which, to be fair, I'm actually less worried about the D-Sphere because I have the Abrupt Decay. So he took the D-Sphere and the island, so that's fine. Okay, so we got a basic land. What I'm going to do here then is play Vraska, use it to blow up Jace, and then hold up my Abrupt Decay mana to get my Vraska back once he's done taking it out with his D-Sphere. So we're going to get him to hopefully use this D-Sphere here. I'm guessing he's going to play his island too, so he should just be down to Flare. That's another... sure. Yep. Temple or the islands. You should take the Temple here would be my guess, because it's the only card that actually advances his position. Now with the Scry effect, but he decided to take a billion islands. That's fine. And he's got an elixir, sure. It's not even destroying Nebraska. Interesting. Let's just Thought Season. Since we drew that. Seems pretty good. He's got no counter spells. Nothing that I really care too much about. So I can get rid of the Verdict plus the Vraska here, and then return him 4, or just wait a turn. I think I'll just wait a turn on the return. See if we can still get him to use that D-Sphere. Yeah, so the main cards in his hand were still Sphere and Islands. Rev for everything else, because I know that he's going to want the Rev, so there's a Rev for him. See what he opts to still do. It's up to him to just kind of hold back into his Rev. That's fine, whatever. Not too worried about it. So he can Rev for 5. Doesn't have any counters in hand. I can smack him for 5 with the Rakdos return. So it'll balance out and he'll end up with the 5 best cards in his hand. That doesn't seem like a good idea to me. I'm going to just play a Gray Merchant now. Just kind of drain him a little bit. The Mutavaults may or may not be needed anymore. Not really too worried about it. Since I really don't need it, I'll get rid of that Celestial Flare that he's been holding on to. So smack him, Celestial Flare. Okay, Mutavault out of there. Sure, whatever, don't care. It also lowers his potential Rev if he wants it, which will be interesting. We'll see what he's going to do. Oh no, he's just going to Rev right now. Okay, that's a Rev. Sure. Take your beating, sir. Take your beating. What's he gonna do? Probably D-Sphere? Sure. Nebraska? Sure. Okay. I'll break her free in a little bit. Whenever he does something that I actually want to work on getting around to break her free with. We went and discarded a bunch of lands, which is perfectly fine by me. So I'm going to use the Mutavault and the Gray Merchant. We're going to swing with both. That way the Mutavault's protected against the Celestial Flare since he opted not to use it last time, which is fine by me. Then I'm going to Gray Merchant him again. So that way we can just kind of keep working on draining him just out of the game. Make it down to just a few turns to get him completely drained out. Okay. That's fine. So he probably has a counter spell, and I know he still has the flare, so the sphere got used up. Once he uses the flare, I won't really know much of anything that he has in his hand anymore because of the rev, so we'll just get the flare out of the way. Deal with it now. Okay, that's fine. Got flared. Don't like it. And I will Abrupt Decay on his end step. So that way I can get my Vraska back. Come along, Vraska. Thank you. Okay. Oh, another meatball. We'll just plus Vraska because he has nothing worth actually minusing her for. And then I will pass. Thinking he probably has another revelation. I just don't know when he's going to use it. And he probably has a counter spell knowing black or the blue-white decks. So I'm really hesitant to just go slinging a Rakdos Return into another counter spell. I don't think that's a wise move, so I'm just going to kind of hold back on it and see what he opts to do eventually. And that's another D-Sphere. Sure, whatever. We'll deal with it eventually. Oh, that'll help. So we'll see if he has a counter spell here, because this will be something he'll want to counter if he does. Oh. He's sticking? Stuck. Oh, interesting. Alright, I'm going to smack him with the Mutavault. Interesting. I'm thinking he might not have a counterspell then. That'd be very good for me. He does have another Celestial Flare, clearly, though. So that's fine. Whatever. The fact that he might not have a counterspell might be very, very good for me. Oh, another D-Sphere, eh? Well, let me at least draw a card. I'll have cycled my land. Oh, there you go. Whatever. Sure. I suppose that's fine. We'll stick it back on there then. That time he has the counter spell. Sure. Let's just run out these pack rats then. Make him keep having to deal with stuff. He's down to one card in hand, so that kind of helps us a bit. Though it could just be a Rev, at which point he just goes with Rev for a bunch, and no, it's a Dissolve. Okay, and he put a card on top of his deck. I have no clue what it is then. But, oh, okay, it's a Divination, that's fine. Into a Temple. One card. I don't have any pressure that I'm playing this deck though, which is very unfortunate. Yeah, Nykthos, whatever. Alright, I'm just gonna return that last card out of his hand and get in some straight to your face kind of damage on him. Because if it's a Revelation, he's going to Revelation and then have to discard like all the cards that he's getting from the Revelation. So, oh, it's an Elspeth. Okay, that's fine. I would have thought he would have cast the Elspeth, but that's kind of whatever. What do you draw? Jace. Okay, sure. Sure. One more word. Draw two. I don't. Yeah, we'll do that. Draw two. Either I know what two he has, or I don't know what two he has, and I know that he now has Syncopate and Verdict. So that's something. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can pay for Syncopate for 6. He can Syncopate for 10. Whew. Okay, well, let's get the Syncopate out of the way, I guess. I don't want to play the rats right now because it'll just get verdicted, so whatever. Make him Syncopate for 1 billion. No? Well, okay. We'll just kind of chill, I guess. Whatever. That's fine. It's not like he's doing anything. He drew planes, so this is something. I guess we'll play a 1/1 rat and probably never make it any bigger because that just invites the Verdict, which doesn't do me any good. So, what's he got? Azorius Charm. Yay, he cycles. And Into another Jace. Cycling into Jaces. We'll try to downfall the Jace right now. Just make him make him have to use that single bait. Nope, he doesn't care about the Jace. That's fine. Rev for your last breath elixir. Yep, Rev. Well, this is a fun deck to be, starting game 1 verse. So I had him at 7. He's going to jump back up by 7 more this turn at the very least, probably. She'll probably do it in this end turn, I guess. Although he also has the last breath, so if he wanted to, he could just, last breath the pack right at any point. This is just going to be a very, very grindy match, which is fine. I'm not opposed to grindy matches. It's just, it's a Rev deck. We are going to be using a large portion of the time. And speaking of time, I'm kind of far behind on the time scale here, which isn't very good for me, because if I lose by time, I'm going to be very, very sad. Yes, Jace, yes, we get it. You have a billion Jaces, sir. Probably should almost, I'm debating whether or not, I think I just scoop and go to game 2, so that way I can have a better sideboard version, because at that point, I'm basically out of the game, just waiting for him to eventually kill me, which will take him for frigging ever. So, I'm not a huge fan of just waiting around and doing that. So, I'm going to just do some quick sideboarding here. I don't mind Moga's version. I think he's fine. And this person's talking to me. I will talk to him in a sec. Anyways, let's see here. Alright, let's see here. Do I need the Reapers as threats? I don't know what I need as threats. Now, I'm going to close out of this conversation because I don't need to talk. Alright, what do I need? Dreadboards. Probably. Well, I'm bringing dresses and those. I want to keep all that stuff. I think I actually cut the Reapers, one Dreadboard. Something like that. It was weird. I'm not used to getting messages when I'm in 8-man. Someone telling me, we're kidding when he's done. We're just finishing game 1. Everyone else is done. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It's not up for them to control or be like, whatever. Anyways. So, we'll see how this goes. I mean, I brought in some good sideboard tech versus the blue-white deck. I brought in 3 Mistcutters, I brought in 3 Duress, and I brought in 2 Pithing Needles. That should deal with every threat he can produce. And the Mistcutters are just going to be a pain for him to deal with, especially if I can make a pretty large Mistcutter come down. I can just probably even kill him with one of those if I do it right. So we'll just have to see what he does here. Okay. Do I keep this hand? Yes, I'm going to try this hand, because I'm going to go, I'm going to do a turn 2 or 3 Duress. I'm going to hold back on the Duress for a moment, till I'm a little more ready. So I'm going to start off with the Temple. Nykthos is just a colorless land. I don't even know if that should really be in the deck. I'm going to shock myself and do the first Duress, because my life total doesn't matter quite as much. So let's just start blowing through his hand here, so we'll get rid of that. Verdicts are whatever verdicts. I don't really care that much about them right now. Hopefully we'll hit another land here in just a sec, so that way I can get Mogus online. But if I don't, that's neither here nor there. Let's draw some again. Just start peeling back the layers on this one, huh? Get rid of that. So now he's down to last breath, verdict. And I didn't draw an extra land. So, yeah. Interesting. Interesting. We'll just duress him again. Triple duress! Yay, duress. Whatever. He's probably like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, I wish I was. I think I'm going to start peeling back those now. Since I got the Thoughtseize to come down next, so. Land? Still no land. Alright, Thoughtseize. He's probably just like, really? You fucking kidding me? Oh, he drew a counterspell. Alright, that's fine. I don't care at that point. I got him to use up a counterspell on a Thoughtseize, so. And still nothing. Well, this is going brilliant for me. I've drawn into 4 of my effects to do that kind of stuff, and yay, nothing. I'm really hesitant just to miscutter for 2. That seems really pathetic. So I'm just gonna pass, and hopefully draw land soon. He's not drawing to me in the land department either. Alright, we're gonna shock this thing in and try to get me some card draw going. Did he draw a counter spell? Maybe. Nope. Okay, cool. Well, that's good. Now I can actually start drawing extra cards, which should help me out significantly. He's at 5 cards. Probably his deep. Oh, yeah, right. Revoke existence. My bad. I'll draw a card anyways. Of course. You know, whenever they seem to get rid of the Underworld connection, I'm drawing an extra one. Whatever. Another Underworld connections? Yay. He's like, no, stop it. And I'm like, oh, sad face. So, what did he hit? He hit a Jace. Of course he hit a Jace. Temple or the land and the Last Breath, which I don't really give a shit about the Last Breath, so. He took the Temple. Alright. I'm gonna thought seize him, and then I'm gonna miscutter for 2 and just kill off the Jace. Boom! Hit that rev. So he's got Verdict, Last Breath. Oh, right, that's just gonna get Last Breath so he can keep his Jace alive. That's fine. We used up the Last Breath. So he has a card that he kept on top. And he has a Verdict. So whatever he kept on top and a Verdict. We're gonna go Temple of Abandon. Yeah, I'll keep that on top. And then I'm going to just see what he drew. Because either it's a counter spell, or it's a card that's just gonna go away. So what'd you draw, buddy? You drew a counter spell. No, you drew a Rev. Wonderful. Of course you drew a Rev. Alright, well, get rid of 2 things. And I'll blast the Jace in a way you can't draw any more cards on Jace. Whatever. Well, this is something. Try to cast another one of these, eh? He's like, yeah, you can have it. Draw a card, just right now. Just get it out of the way. Before he can just, like, get rid of something on me. I'm just, oh, for fuck's sake, another rev? Sure, you can have hit 3 revs already. That's fine. I mean, I guess I did hit 3 duresses and 2 Thoughtseizes. So, whatever. That's that. Doesn't really matter that much. Oh, there's his elixir. Wonderful, wonderful. Good days, good days. Let's just try to put out this Mogus here. See if we can start just kind of using like a blood clock on him. He probably won't care. It's just a Mogus. He's like, what's that doing then? Oh. Yeah, I don't give a shit. And I'm like, cool. Glad you don't give a shit. I like it when my opponents just don't give a shit about anything. I guess. I don't know, really. We'll see. Yeah, I'll blood clock that Jason's forehead. Just go, bad Jace. You just sit where you are. He's like, oh, that's what Bogus does. Right. My bad. Oh, yeah. Huh. Okay. What you gonna do? You got an Elspeth. Sure, that's an Elspeth. Like, dudes. Okay. Sure. Sure. So the question is, does he have a dissolve? If he doesn't, I'm going to just kind of hope that he doesn't have a counterspell and try to get rid of that fucking Elspeth if I can. Pardon my language, I just want to be rid of the Elspeth if I can. No dissolve, no counterspell, no counterspell, no counterspell. Yes, no counterspell. Bam! Go to hell, Elspeth. Die. Wow. The fourth revelation. Dear freaking goodness, man. Billion revelation, man. Over there. Billion revelation. Crack the elixir so that way you can start trying to get your revs back. Sure. Then he'll sack a soldier to Mogus. That way he doesn't get his Jace domed out of here. So he wants to draw into another rev. Oh god, how many revs is this man going to cast before this is all done? Sure, I'll take some hits. I'll draw a card right now. It won't be anything useful. That's fine. I will just kind of sit back and chill then. Used up 2 returns. He'll rev here for a gazillion. So he's done a rev for a total of 15 so far this game. Now he's just like, yeah, I don't care if I take damage. Whatever. I might kill you in 6 turns as his plan. Which actually will be made quicker by my underworld connections, but that's neither here nor there. Mutable. That seems alright. So we just kind of wait. We chill. Let Mogus kind of do his thing. He drew into another rev, so he's going to rev for another billion. Yeah. So I'm thinking this is just kind of going to be like this. That's fine. I'm not too worried about it, I suppose. I can abrupt decay both of his soldiers, I guess. Or abrupt block one, abrupt decay the other. We'll try to block. He'll probably have like a last breath or something for my mutavault, so it'll probably die. Block a soldier. He's like, no. Celestial Flyer. And I'm like, fuck. Sure. I'll go to 8, I guess. 9, sorry, because I blocked still. I'll go to 8 and turn and draw a card. He's revoking my existence on that, so I'll draw a card. Yeah, that probably won't resolve. He probably has a counterspell or something in hand. What are the chances I draw another Thoughtseize, huh? No? We'll try for the Grey Merchant, but he won't let it resolve. I mean, he's probably fairly intent on trying to use the clock there again. Both clocks, that is. This 2 damage return clock and everything, but we'll just see what he does. He's like, yeah, no, don't want that resolving. Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna have to start, I guess, abrupt decaying soldiers. As awkward as that is, I'm going to have to abrupt decay soldier tokens. Whatever. Sorry about that. I'm just kind of being bored by playing against this blue-white deck that's doing nothing repeatedly forever. That's the reason I haven't played a blue-white deck in a little while. I prefer at least slightly proactive decks, I guess. Well, no, that's probably a lie. I actually do love my Rev decks. I'm just going to talk while he just keeps beating me up there. I guess that's fine. Meter Vault, sure, go. I'll double Abrupt Decay next turn, I guess. Well, let's see. There's no way I can get rid of his elixir, so that's not a legitimate out. I mean, I suppose if I draw Pithing Needle, I could Pithing Needle elixir, which would be kind of funny. But I don't think that'll work really and truly. We'll have to see. I'm hesitant to use all my Abrupt Decays to kill soldiers, but... Oh. Elspeth, hello. How are you doing today, lady? Doing good, doing good. Okay, this has just gone from good to bad. Or from mild to bad. Let me just kill a soldier. Fuck that soldier. Then I'll block the other one. Meter Vault, get Meter Vault. Celestial Flared again, probably. Nope. He's like, I don't have the Celestial Flared this time. Oh, that's lucky, I suppose. It'll probably just get countered, though. Downfall. Counterspell. Sure. Come on. Oh. It's like, whatever. I don't need a counterspell. Or if he's being upset about the downfall, one way or the other. Alright, activate Meter Vault. No to blocks. Block. Celestial Fire. No. I will get rid of another one of those little bastards. Lower the damage I'm taking by 1. Try to get myself to the point here where I'm not dying in 2 turns. I have a turn gained from that maneuver, so that's something. Vraska. I don't really think that. This is going to be really sad. I'm going to use this Vraska to kill a soldier token. I feel sad about this. I really do. Vraska minus blow up a soldier token, keep me alive. Yay. That makes me feel so great about what I'm doing. He's like, do I care? Yes, I care, apparently. Alright, apparently he cared enough. So we'll just use Meter Vault, block, take out the soldier, or take out a soldier, keep lowering his clock down a little bit at a time. Or he's like, no, I'm tired of wasting my soldiers. That's fine. Well, let's see what I get here. Some way to deal with stuff? Probably not. We'll see. What you do in my V1919? Rakdos return. I wish this resolves, but it doesn't, so it doesn't matter. I mean, I really wish it would resolve a lot, but it won't, so yeah, he's like, no, fuck that. Oh, no. He's gonna rev for 1 billion first, so that way he just discards. Oh no, he's syncopating. That's fine. Yeah, I figured it won't resolve. Alright, so, well, this is slow going. It's clearly evidenced by my clock. This is very slow going. It's kind of unfortunate that he's gotten ahead of me so far on the clock. Don't know when that happened. It was early on. I just don't know when it happened, though. And now he's wasting his clock a little bit. Whatever. I'm fine with it. I'll take some damage. Yeah, he doesn't care. And what's he got here? A Jace. Hello, Jace. How are you doing today? Good, good, good. He can have Elspeth or those things. He'll take the Elspeth. I wish I had an easy way to deal with Elspeth right now, but I don't. And he's just gonna play the Elspeth, and I'm going to be in trouble here. I have to draw an out. Because now he'll just start sacking billions of soldiers and it won't matter. Activate my meat vault. Block a guy. Block. Go to 3. Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize doesn't do me good, really. So the question is, does he sack a guy? Or does he take the damage? He probably just takes the damage and doesn't care at this point. Oh, no. Okay. Now we're gonna dome the Jace and kill the Jace. Let's see here. Block with Mutavault, replicate a soldier, go to 1. Well, that makes me feel so great to do, but it's life. We'll do what we have to do. Alright, so we're gonna lose this game. It's been a long time coming. I've seen it the writing on the wall for a while. I just kind of am like, let's see if I can hang on there. Probably not. Okay, so he's gonna try to go for the kill, swing out. I'm gonna try to stall for an additional turn. See if I can find any hope in hell of stalling further. Beyond that, probably won't. So what I'll probably do is just Thoughtseize myself, just to kill myself. Deny, give myself that little stylistic touch of denying my opponent victory. But we'll see. What's he gonna do? What you gonna do, sir? What you gonna do? You're doing something. What are you bothering to do? Hiya! You don't get to kill this turn. I will keep hanging on for dear fucking life. Alright, so this is the point where I'm just dead. I like have 0 outs. Yeah, that's not even an out. I'm gonna Thoughtseize myself. I'll just take myself out of the game here. It was a good game. I mean, it's difficult as all heck, and he was able just to kind of slowly overwhelm me. He did rev 1, 2, 2 plus. He revved what, 5 times during this game? So now it's just. Oh, come on, let me resolve killing myself already. No, you won't even let me kill myself. Really? Seriously? Fine. We'll play a Mistcutter for 2. It's a blocker. Play another one of these. Because screw it. There. Play another Mogus. Keep a Mogus. Doesn't really matter. Yeah. The permissions deck is like, no. I'm not even letting you kill yourself. Oh. He didn't even pay attention. He was like, I'm so far out of this game, it doesn't matter. Sure. Whatever. He just wanted all the victory points, everything. You else, but take 2. Oh, I fought down to the last moment here. I will die, but I will die with honor. And I will fight, and I will fight, and I will fight. Damn it. Friggin' heck. Well, it was a very long game. Not quite what I expected for my first video that I'm going to be posting of games. And I'm going to go to -2 here. So yeah. Probably going to cut some Nycthoses. So with that finally over and me finally eliminated, I'm going to look at my deck editor here. We're going to see what room there is to improve things. Against blue-white controls we saw there, I feel like this deck shouldn't have done too awful. I did get very slowed down at the beginning when I only had 3 lands, so that was very unfortunate. I'm curious whether or not I should even be running Mogus, but I still kind of like him. I wanted to keep giving him a try. I definitely am going to cut one of these Nykthoses for another land of a different kind, because I'm not producing enough devotion to make it good, which actually makes the entire deck premise awkward. But it was a test deck. It was something I wanted to see. I may post another video or 2 of it. I may just do some solo testing. We'll figure it out as it goes along, and I'm just going to call it for this. Alright, have a good day, everyone.